Hey guys, I just thought I'd do a little video on making fire with steel wool. Now I know Dave already just did this, but believe it or not, I really did have this idea all day at work the other day. I think it was yesterday. Then I came home and checked on YouTube and he'd already done it. I'm going to do it anyway, just because there's more ways to use the steel wool than just with a battery. And plus I'm going to describe maybe a little bit of stuff about batteries that maybe some people don't know. First of all, I have some triple-aught steel wool, you know, triple-aught, the 3 zeros. And then I've got 4-aught steel wool. The finer you can find, the better. The 4-aught's the finest I've ever found. I think that's the finest that they make. But anyway, you can still get a fire going with the triple-aught. It's been raining here too. It's been raining not too bad, but most of the day. Anyway, the first method, we're going to try some the triple-aught first off. I'm just going to grab a little tiny piece here, kind of fluff it up just a little bit. And this is about the size. I package this stuff in like saran wrap or whatever and carry it in my fire kit. It's just a good thing to catch other materials on fire. It burns pretty hot because it's molten metal. So let's see if a ferro rod, see how a ferro rod does it. I was trying to be easy there. You don't need a real big spark. Anyway, that's a pretty big mass. It burns quick though. So you really have to have either a lot of it, a lot of the steel wool, or you have to have something that'll catch fire pretty quick. So we'll try the triple-aught one more time. We'll try it with flint and steel. Obviously the quadruple-aught or the 4-aught would work a lot better with flint and steel. I think I can get it. We'll give it a shot. Find a good piece of flint and steel here. And fluff it up again, get all these little fibers. See if one of them catches, then it's kind of a chain reaction. Good job, buddy. So there's flint and steel with triple-aught. Now I'm going to try, obviously, like I think I already said this, but obviously with the 4-aught, everything's going to work a lot easier, or better and easier. Not a lot, but it's going to be better if you can find that. So anyway, now we're going to graduate to the batteries. We'll go ahead and try the triple-aught again. Now if I get this, I'll try to light this tinder bundle on fire. It's not super wet, but it's not the greatest. I would want a decent sized coal for sure to get this going. I got some birch bark in there and stuff in there. Inner bark of the aspen or popple tree, and just some grass that's been kind of laying on the ground. Like I said, it's kind of wet. So we get a little piece here, roll it up, now I'm going to make one side fairly solid, and I'm going to do the other side, I'm going to fray the end. Now this can be done with any batteries. I don't think I'd take my good cell phone battery and use that or anything, but if in a pinch, if you absolutely had to, you could. The thing with battery, the 9-volt battery is real easy, obviously, because it's 9-volt. I think I rolled this end too tight. I should have let that fray a little bit. With 9-volt, you can get this to take off pretty easy. If you only have one or two of these, I got AAA's here. it's not going to be as easy because they're only 1.5 volt. When I was in class, I saw a lot of people trying to just go like this and light them. With electricity, you need a complete circuit in order for the electricity to flow. The voltage is like the pressure of the electricity, and the amperage is basically the rate of flow of the electricity. So with right now, all we're concerned about is the voltage. You want as much voltage as you can get. If you take these batteries and you make them go side by side with the positive, each positive of the batteries on one side and each of the negatives on the other side, it's called a parallel circuit. When you have a parallel circuit, or you put your batteries in parallel, it will make them last longer. It's going to be whatever the voltage of the battery is, which these are, I'm sure these are 1.5 volt. Yep. 1.5 volt. It's going to last longer. So you've got basically a bigger battery at 1.5 volts. Now if you put them end to end, like this is not draining the battery. You can do this all day long and this will not drain the battery because we do not have a complete circuit here. But anyway, if you put them end to end, that's in series, and that doubles the voltage, or it adds the voltage together. It doesn't necessarily double it, it adds it together. In this case it doubles it because we have two batteries, each 1.5 volts. You put them together, it's going to make 3 volts. Now if I put another battery in series, that's going to make it 4.5 volts. So every time you add a battery, you add the voltage when it's in series. If I put it in parallel, it's just going to make a really long-lasting 1.5 volt battery. So anyway, I know, let's see here, we'll try it with one battery. I know in class I wasn't able to get one battery to work. I twisted this way too tight. You want it to be twisted, but then the end you want to be frayed. I might be able to get this to work. Because you just need one of these little tendrils to heat up enough to turn into molten metal. We'll try it with this one. I might have messed this one up. We'll try with one battery. That's not even sparking. These are the same batteries I had in class, so they might be dead. Anyway, that's not even hardly sparking, or not any sparking at all. So now I'm going to go end to end, which doubles my voltage, and of course I've got too small a piece there. I can't remember if we used 4-aught or if he gave us only this 3-aught. I'm pretty sure he only gave us the 3-aught. So how quick that was? It's already on fire. All I needed was that little tiny worm. So there you go. One battery would barely even give me a spark. I couldn't even find a spark. When I was in class, it gave me a little tiny spark. But when I put, I know a little bit about electricity, so I knew that if I put two of them together, it would add voltage together. And my headlamp actually had 3, so you can imagine how fast it would be even with 3. And that's with triple-aught. 4-aught's going to even be better. You know it's bad when it's in the beginning of May and you still see your breath. Anyway. So I like to have one end be solid. You want you want all the current or the electricity to be able to flow very easily. You want the path of least resistance all the way till the very end. And at the very end, you want your steel wool to be very frayed, because you want all that electricity to be concentrated in just one or two of these little fibers. And then once they catch, like I said, it makes like a chain reaction. Let's see if I can just do it with one. I don't think now this is way too long. See, a lot of the current is going to be, there's a lot of resistance in this steel wool, and so the electricity gets used up in just flowing through the steel wool. So you want your wire or your steel wool to be as short as possible. So if I was going to do it, I got plenty here, so I'm just going to waste some, but if I wanted to try to do it with just one battery, I'd cut that in half. And then fray this end. We'll see what happens. Nothing. Just that 1.5 volts, just not quite enough. And the only thing like a D cell or a C cell or anything like that, the only thing that's going to give you is longer lasting power, because they're all the same voltage when it comes to those type. The CR125s, I think they are. I'm not sure. I have some flashlights, but I haven't looked at the label on them. I just buy them like everybody else. I don't pay attention to what the voltage is on them. So I don't know if they're higher voltage. I'm going to guess they are, because they make the lights work so much better, because those LED lights are so much brighter. I'm really struggling here trying to make this long enough. Maybe I can splice these. Just that fast. You double your voltage like that, it makes a big difference. Then it catches the other piece on fire. Anyway, steel wool's a great thing to have in your kit, I think. I don't use it, I guess, for cleaning my knives or anything like that. I probably could, but a lot of the stuff I've concentrated on over the years, or last few years in particular, has just been fire. Fire for me is king. You have a cutting tool, a good cutting tool, that's great. That's probably your #1 priority. After that, for sure, it's fire for me. I don't live in a desert. I have water all around me. If I have fire, I can make a container or, you know, struggle along somehow. But fire in my environment is king. So anyway, that's it. Hope you liked it. Thanks.